I think the last thing is that
Because
we went out.
you Hmm?
And I think the last thing is that we
Yes,
stepped out.
you decided to go. Yeah, exactly. You decided to go see the mayor, and as you made your way across the town square towards the town hall, where you could still see a light in the mayor's office. Um, as you walked over, you saw at the edge of the town square lights pop on, probably reacting to the commotion at the temple. And you see people leaving their homes. You hear some hushed conversations being carried over by the salty wind blowing in from the sea, and you see torches light up here and there as people try to figure out what's going on out there. And as I said last time, you feel like you've seen this before in Harrowstone, um, and this you feel like maybe this is what it looks like just before they find the pitchforks and gain momentum. Uh, but what are you gonna do? So they leave you in peace for now
Yeah.
and let you walk over to the town hall, where you seek out the mayor, who answers the knock on your door, and he sees your, I'm assuming you probably still have visible signs of recent combat, like blood here and there, not necessarily your own.
Yep.
And he grins as you walk in and says, "Oh, please, please, come inside. Please, I see you've been busy.
Yeah.
So, did you learn anything?"
Well, we learned many things. Uh, uh,
We learned some things, but we ended up with more questions, and perhaps the somewhat warranted animosity of your townspeople.
yeah. By the way, why are you smiling?
Oh, was I? I'm sorry. I, uh, I, of course, take no pleasure in the fact that it looks like you took out almost the entire religious leadership in this town. And I, of course, am devastated to hear that there is now quite the power vacuum that needs to be filled by someone.
Oh,
And, I mean, we'll see how the town decides, but I, of course, will volunteer to take on that challenging task
I
if I
see.
have to.
I
Of
see.
religious leader.
Who could have seen this coming?
I know. Oh, by the way, this makes me think that you might actually provide some answers to our questions that we have just gained a great deal of while dealing with your problem there.
Questions.
So,
Yeah.
so yes,
I will try to help you as much as I can.
okay. Yeah, by this point, Arronax will, unless you stop him, Arronax will point blank ask him if he's of whispering way.
Ask him. I don't think he's gonna be truthful either way.
And he says, "Me? No, no. I, I've heard that name before. Everyone in Ustalav, of course, has heard hushed stories of that weird cult. But no, no, no. My aspirations are very much focused on the living, I assure you."
Well, then you're of no use to us.
About these religion. How familiar are you with it?
He says,
And will you
kinda
be
like,
taking up the...
as if it's wait a second.
Yep.
Wait a second. He says, kind of trying to make it sound like he doesn't really care, like everything has already fallen into place for him. But he says, so did you really kill everyone in that church?
Just the ones that attacked us.
Yeah, Arronax just tilts his head a little bit, like, and since he's still like covered in his own blood, like what do you think?
Okay. Did you by any chance run into someone wearing a stylized crown of some sort?
Did we?
I believe so.
I believe that was what was his name? The leader.
I think he actually escaped, right?
Vicar.
He did.
The vicar. Oh, and
Who did?
all of
who
a sudden
did-
he seems a little disappointed. I see, the vicar, but you haven't seen the vizier? Anyone they call to the vizier? No.
Who was it that that it swallowed at the end and rendered unconscious? Because I missed the part where there was any potential to actually interrogate them, but there was someone we captured who seemed like a more important person.
That was the vicar, I think.
What was that? Sorry.
That was the vicar, the one that was swallowed. The
Yes.
divine
Yeah.
spellcaster.
Yeah, that was the vicar.
Okay. And then what happened to them afterwards?
They just left him there.
You guys just left him there?
Well, I mean,
Remember
I-
that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
start of a
Alright.
new session. We blanked over that.
I mean,
There was a lot
Uh,
going
Emma-
on.
Emarél just had brain slugs attached to his
Yeah.
brain. Space slugs attached to his brain. So anyway, so yeah, he seems disappointed. He says, "Anyone they called the vizier by any chance?"
That does sound. Why does that sound familiar? Was it someone we saw mentioned in a note?
Who are you asking?
The group?
Because
Like
there was
the
a lot going on.
kind of.
Yeah, Vizier sounds familiar.
And we saw some horrible things about intimate acts between people and merfolk creatures. Things, so. My memory's a bit fuzzy.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking up. Did we somebody remembers this vizier person?
I honestly, I know that there were some people running around. I'm trying to remember if somebody ran away at the very beginning of the battle when we were there, or not.
I don't think so. At the battle, we only saw the nameless cultists. And
No one ran away. They were hiding, but not running away.
Oh.
They were behind the curtain.
I don't know. Both Alhindri and Anthony are too fuzzy on the details of that entire encounter to know.
The mayor says, "Disappointing. That, of course, leaves some dangling threads for you. Maybe it would be worthwhile to follow up on that. Maybe you would find him at the Naėllaŕian house, where I heard he rode out to just the other day.
And finish your dirty work? Finish the dirty work for you?
My dirty work, he says. He doesn't even care at this point anymore if you buy his faked, his fake, what do you call it, taking offense. He says, my dirty work? Oh no, I'm just trying to help you.
Of course.
I will have enough on my hands trying to sort this mess out that you created here.
Indeed, it would be terrible if they were to learn that it was you who asked us to look into this.
Oh, I'm sure they would believe every word you say. But maybe, just maybe for now, you would grant me mercy and let me handle the townsfolk.
Should we?
Unless you feel like more slaughter, of course.
Like him at all.
What's the name of the place you said?
Naėllaŕian house.
I think we.
let me spell it out for you.
I think it's one place that we didn't visit. Properly.
No, it's not. It's not in town. It's a little out of town.
Naėllaŕian house.
Well, considering that
Let
the
me
town,
just check something.
yeah, the town promptly becomes less and less welcoming.
Because I believe you should have heard that name before. Let me just check if you maybe missed that.
It does sound familiar.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah,
it was
right.
the tavern or something. No.
No. There it is. The statue, on the town square. That when you check that out, you learn that Cassius Naėllaárian was the first lord of Ilmarsh.
Okay.
I see. Okay.
I mean, we have to check that place one way or another, either for him or for us. So, might as well do it on our terms.
So,
I think I think Arronax will use one instance of his mutate ability to transform.
Do we have to check it right away? I could really use a little bit of a lay down. It's been a long day.
oh, I think it would be better if you would camp on somewhere on your way there. I mean, I'm sure I can keep the crowds in check for now, but you never know what the people what rash decisions they would make in the morning.
I wonder. So yeah, at this point, Arronax probably is well, I wouldn't say losing himself, but you see how he slowly becomes completely red again and gains several inches in height, and as he usually does when he transforms into the his mutagenic form. Well, except now he doesn't drink anything. He seemingly transforms like unprompted. Yeah, and and after a brief clearing of the throat, he will ask point blank and well, so please, good sir, tell me, why shouldn't we burn this place to the ground while we're out quitting this while we're out going out?
Very impressive, he says. You
I
are
like his
truly,
bedside manner.
you are truly mighty adventurers with marvelous abilities. Would be a shame if you had to run from the law for killing an entire town.
Well, I forget the aphorism about. So, who's to delineate what is the law once you have capability to kill the entire town?
Oh, your abilities are impressive, but there's always somebody more powerful that will track you down.
Well, I guess,
Sounds like a threat.
yeah, I guess we'll have to solve these problems one at a time then. That's
So what's your point? What are you
yeah,
trying?
that's
what are you
it.
trying
Yeah,
to,
that's
are you
it.
trying to intimidate him? Is that the idea, or what's the?
Well, first of all, yes, I want to intimidate him because, well, he's being kind of a dick. Second of all, Arronax will catch on that slip of text saying, so, yeah, so who exactly do you hope will come looking after you if everyone here dies?
Oh, we pay our taxes in time, and I would rely on.
Marvelous.
I'm not sure what exactly is the authority of a county in Ustalav. Used to be a count, but it's not anymore. But I'm sure murdering an entire village will be. I don't know how to put it. It's just not a good idea if you don't want to have to look if you don't want to have to look over you don't want to have to look over your shoulder for the rest of your lives.
Like, do I actually have to spell this out?
Yeah.
No murder hoboing.
Yeah, like,
No, but also it's like, I mean, you're what, your level of what?
well, yeah.
They are counts. They are counts at here, aren't they?
They're
Don't they have a count of over? Because it's only the one area that has abolished
Right.
their counts.
And
Everywhere else,
even though
they still have-
you're pretty powerful at this point, and you have mythic tiers, but all of you would still know of much more powerful people. You would know that, like in Caliphas, for example, there are probably
Well, yeah.
magistrates or something with 10 levels of bard, or I don't know. The soldiers will probably, or the generals have a couple of levels. So you wouldn't think of yourselves as the most powerful beings in Ustalav. Definitely not.
No,
So-
no, by no means.
So even though you would be physically capable of slaughtering this entire town, I don't think that you would need explanation
Yeah,
of why it's a bad idea to do that.
Yeah, for the record, I'm not actually going to try to slaughter the entire town, okay? But, yeah, but
Arronax is being scary.
yeah, but I am trying to intimidate him, but like by
Right, but what do you want to get from him? Because usually you
I
intimidate
am
to like get something from somebody.
no, mostly I'm intimidating him for my own pleasure.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think at this point it's just that we're angry
Yes,
at being manipulated,
Right.
and want to maybe just give him that twinge of fear that maybe we're really crazy. Maybe.
yes. Basically,
Right.
I want to give him shaken condition.
Okay. Well, he is breaking a sweat for sure. It's
Yeah.
like you can see that he does feel like, oh, maybe
Yeah,
Maybe they are going to, like
because
maybe he's still convinced that it would be a bad move to hurt him
Yeah.
or anyone in town. But at this point, he'll probably realize that maybe they are crazy enough to do it.
yeah, because I was
But he still feels pretty smug, which is of course
Yeah.
very frustrating for you,
I was also like
because he still feels quite superior,
Yeah.
that everything has worked
Yeah.
to his advantage.
Yeah, I was like also going to say him like, more looking behind our shoulders, like what do you think we've been doing for the past several months? Because we have like a death cult worshipping the Whispering Tyrant, like gunning for our guts for this entire time. And do you think several magistrates from Caliphate will do much difference now? But well, so like. Do you really want to try to manipulate people who literally have nothing to lose?
And we have very little to lose at the moment.
Yeah, although,
Well, what's
actually,
done is done.
yeah,
I feel terrible that you feel like I manipulated you. I only wanted to help you in your quest, as I am right now, telling you that you will find the leader of this cult, who will probably have answers for you at House Undiomede, just out of town, 2 miles that way.
And if this leader decides not to willingly give out these answers and the situation turns violent, that would only by coincidence happen to benefit you, will it?
Oh, would it? How could it benefit me if this town would lose its spiritual leadership?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it would leave quite a mark on this town to lose an authority figure like the Vizier.
Alhindri, Alhindri, who's been like silent this entire time and kind of not really paying attention to the conversation, she suddenly kind of perks up and she says, Undiomede. Undiomede. I've read that name before. What songs do the people sing of Undiomede?
Shanties, mostly. He was a sea captain, the founder of this town. And House Undiomede is the seat of his family. Well, now it is a testament to the downfall of the Undiomedes, and it's just a ruined mansion sitting outside of town, reminding us of the days bygone of noble rulership.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Well, I guess we better be on our way.
yeah.
We do need to camp before we get there. Lick our wounds, so to say.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why don't you let me go outside, talk to the townsfolk, and you just use the opportunity and take the back door.
Okay.
Leaping through the back door. This just keeps getting worse and worse.
Yeah.
Alhindri wouldn't do this, but I so want to suggest that when he leaves to go confront the crowd, that we just ransack his place for anything.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, you say ransack, but it might be, like, you may say jokingly, but it might not be a bad idea
There
to
may
look
actually
for
be
incriminating
some
evidence. Like, now that you mention it, definitely.
if I still had my alchemist fire on hand, I probably would set it on fire. Really.
I mean, if this guy is the only thing standing between us and an angry mob, it might not be the best idea to antagonize him. But
He's already antagonized, and the mob is already angry. So it just the main difference it would make is how quick we need to get out of town.
Well, the angry mob seems to be gathering right now, so you're probably going to be better but it would be better to leave right now.
So you agree to his proposal that he's going to go outside, trying to calm down the mob that is starting to form on
Yeah,
the
I
town square.
suppose so.
I suppose.
So we haven't left anything behind, like at our hotel room or something, have we?
Well,
I mean, it's not like you were traveling with a lot of stuff,
Oh, that's right. Lady Evelyn's not here.
right?
Yeah, we can probably just go.
yeah.
All right. So he goes outside and leaves you behind. I mean, of course, he asks you to get out of his office and locks the door, and then he leaves through the front door, and you can hear his muffled voice like talk to the townsfolk, and you hear some shouted questions,
He will
and it's time to leave.
Yeah. He will set us up.
To get the hell out of Dodge.
Or do you want to try to pick the lock?
Well, I mean, we could, but I think that would be.
We're not very good at it, are we?
The doctor's not dead.
Well, the doctor's not here anymore, but we'll have to. So we don't really have this much free time right now to to go through his stuff. Let's just go on our way, and if something is not nailed, we'll just grab it.
Okay, so you just make your way to the
Yeah,
back exit.
I suppose so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's really just a long hallway and a couple of clerks' offices that aren't really seeing much use. You get the sense that the town hall was built at a time when there was much aspiration for Ilmarsh to become a much larger town than it is now. So almost the entire wing that you're crossing through doesn't seem like it's seeing a lot of traffic or actually being occupied. So yeah, you walk to the back exit that is locked from the inside with a latch. You open it, open the door. There's just a blow of cold, fresh air, smelling of the sea, blows in, and you sneak out into the dark of the night, make your way out of town, leaving the flickering lights of the torches on the town square behind. And you walk and walk until Ilmarsh is just a dot behind you, and yeah, and I'm assuming you're setting up camp. And we can assume that you snuck back to your rooms to get your backpacks and stuff.
Got our essentials in order.
Yes.
Right.
That would be useful. My spontaneous healing recharge.
And there we are.
Our
Okay, give me a second here.
our mythic power is also daily, right? Ooh.
I would assume so.
I mean, usually I would remember this, but not on.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's per long rest.
Okay. So you're making your way out of town and down the road that is, well, it's not really a road at this point. You're following the Mayor Greedle's description. It's basically a carriage track that's mostly, or carriage path that seems to have fallen into disuse a long time ago, and now it's just a muddy, overgrown trail that is barely noticeable near the town. And thanks to Mayor Greedle's description, though, you pick up the trail and it kind of becomes clearer as you move along. And yeah, so you can give me a survival check.
All of us?
Well, anyone who's trained in it.
Am I trained in it?
What?
I
I don't think
well, I
that
have-
sounds like Alhindri.
Mhm.
I have some ranks in survival. Never mind.
It's not
Okay.
Geier.
Yeah, like I said, it's getting somewhat clearer, but it's still hard enough to follow. You're making your way through the swamplands that are surrounding Ilmarsh that are called the Sodden Timbers. They are. Give me a second. Yeah. The ground here is firm enough that pines and hardwoods are able to grow thickly, but many bogs and pools occupy the forest floor beneath their boughs, making the terrain uncertain and treacherous. Mosses and fungi grow in profusion on the trees and undergrowth, and everything just has this unhealthy appearance. And that you spot entire stands of dead trees that rise from shallow pools of swamp water in places that have been subsumed by floods. And there's a constant odor of wet, decaying wood that hangs in the air. And it also has this like musty smell to it that you know from the villagers themselves too. Yeah, but nevertheless, like I said, the ground is mostly firm enough so that there's some trees growing here. So you find a spot that is somewhat sheltered under some larger pine trees, and you set up camp for the rest of the night, I assume.
Hmm.
Well, yeah.
If it's for spending the night, Emarél will cast the rope trick, and
Okay.
that should give us a safe, warm, well, not warm, but clean spot to spend the night.
Okay. All right.
Okay. I'll need to prepare
okay.
spells.
Sunrise. Here you go. Oh, wait. No, I skipped ahead a day too far. No. Yes, I did.
I think I won't need comprehend languages.
Is there on our sheet? Is there somewhere where we can tick off that we've taken the rest?
It's hard going back to this character sheets after using the second edition ones that are so nice.
Yeah.
I've gotten very mixed up between Roll20 and the D&D
Found.
sheets and these sheets.
Are you
I
still
don't
running
think
games on
there's,
Roll20?
Yeah, I've only got one that's actually on Foundry right now. I'm slowly kind of shifting them. I'm probably going to let the Curse of Strahd games run out on Roll20 and then begin thinking about what the next step will be. But
Well, to answer your question, I don't think there is.
No, I don't think there's anything that automatically resets everything. You're gonna have to go through spells expended and put them back to
Right.
max
my
manually.
hit points should be maxed out, I believe. Is what when you sleep, you get your level and hit points back.
Yes.
Oh, actually,
Yeah,
there
only
is. It
level.
says rest right on the summary page.
Oh, on the
Uh,
summary
Under the
page,
portrait.
Oh, yeah.
there's-
rest.
Ah,
I don't know what it resets, but it looks like it resets some stuff.
Doesn't set hit points, that's for sure.
Yeah,
Where was it?
Spells.
In the settings or what summary?
It did not reset spells either, so I don't know what it did.
Yeah, by the way,
Weird.
Arronax actually dumped a whole lot of spontaneous healing into Alhindri, so she probably with normal rest she will be in full hit points now.
Did you get
Yeah,
the
that makes
pop-up
sense.
that says that lets you choose restore health, restore daily uses?
I did not. Maybe I.
Ah,
Oh, there it is. Yeah, I guess I should have.
and with those ticked, I did get hit points, and now I check the other stuff. Yeah, spells. Yeah, it set everything back. Yeah.
Okay.
He kind of looks a bit just like a header and not a button.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do we
yeah.
still need some restorations from being molested by a giant squid?
Ooh,
That's choice of words.
is that a thing that happened to me?
Well,
I do
you
have.
are an elfin lady, so yeah.
I don't have any damage or drain, so I think I'm okay.
Everybody ready?
Well, I think so. I mean,
As ready as we're
Suppose
gonna
so.
get.
I've prepared at least one lesser restoration, and yeah, I think I will.
Emaírel is ready.
Okay.
I think I will replace Channel Vigor with Fly. Yeah, that's it. I think I'm ready now.
I will cast a mage armor on myself.
So moving on.
Okay.
Um,
So yeah, before we are moving on, yeah, Arronax will also he will drink an Hull extract, so he will no longer
did you
be.
catch that on the sanity points?
Huh?
No, you were cutting out.
I was cutting out. Okay. Well, you need to start tracking sanity points from now on.
Oh
Okay.
shit.
Well, you mean
So,
we
e-
or Emaṛēl? Or he's immune?
all of you.
Okay.
You start with a number of points equal to your character level, adjusted by your wisdom modifier.
Okay. Just a second.
So character level, and then wisdom. Great
So, how many are those for each of you?
Oh, well, that's just level
for
up.
me.
So yeah, that's that's just level for me
Level
too.
and wisdom 9.
Yeah,
9.
9.
I don't suppose there's a little thing for sanity
Wizard.
anyway. Oh,
Sorry about
bless you.
Bless you.
Can we actually add sanity in somewhere?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure.
Yeah.
It's an optional rule system in this AP. I don't think that's on the sheet. I think you're just gonna have to put it somewhere.
No.
So yeah, and
10.
uh,
10 of 10.
yeah, and Arronax, well, he just on the morning drinks Hull and False Life extracts.
Okay.
Gaining 11 temporary hit points. It's oh, okay.
All right. Okay, and then you set out for that last stretch of the journey, which isn't really that far. I mean, the mansion, former mansion, is just something like 2 miles away from Ilmarsh, so it's really just a short hike from where you set up camp. And as the carriage path kind of winds itself through the boglands, you can do another survival check.
Yes, we can.
Simon, quick question. So we have the 9, and did we lose any from the harrowing experience of
No, no,
being buried?
not yet, not yet,
Not yet.
No.
Okay, yet.
yet.
Wait, you. How many levels? What level are you?
9, everyone.
Yeah.
Did I do? Why did I think it was 10?
Uh-huh.
Because of the wisdom modifier.
No.
Level plus wisdom modifier. How wise are you?
Did the mythic thing do something? Oh.
What did you list your character as level 10?
They've got 10 levels, but I don't remember building her at 10 levels.
No, actually. Is it possible that we did that because she's not mythic?
We gave her the extra template because she wasn't mythic, but I don't think we gave her another level. We talked about it, but I don't think we ever did. Oh,
No,
I know what it
the-
is. I know what it is. Yes,
Right?
yes, yes.
Yeah.
You're right. I remember now. Okay,
Okay.
I got it.
Anyway,
Yeah, sounds
did we get it? No? Okay. Well, then you're having a hard enough time just making sure that you don't lose the trail itself, since, as I said, it's obviously has fallen into disuse in the last possibly hundreds of years. At least decades. At some point, the two-story stone manse built on the shore of a small swampy lake comes into view. Yeah, the house is constructed of mortared stone, from judging by the looks of it. And actually, you've prepared yourself for worse. I mean, you've heard that it's been decades since the mansion has been abandoned, but since it's actually built from stone and for such a long time in such a humid and uh, aggressive climate. Give me
You're really cutting out.
perception checks, please.
Eesh.
Perception check.
Don't know,
he
yeah, I
said.
don't know what I can do about that. I'm sorry. Emaṛel 34. Okay. Yeah, as you're making your way towards the for a second, for a brief moment there, you in the dark waters. Maybe it's Alhindri's dancing partner, or maybe it's something much, much worse.
Uh, we faced a weird tentacled monster before, so maybe let's just step away from the
Mhm.
shore a bit.
Okay, that's
Okay, let me take you.
yeah. So, while we are here, by the way, guys, I think I have blacked out last evening a little bit. Didn't uh, didn't I didn't I do anything bad?
No, well,
I didn't set the mayor on fire or anything.
no, no.
Ah,
The
okay.
mayor lives.
You seemed different, though, Doctor.
I'm fine. It's nothing to worry about. It's my problems are my
Do
own.
you have a partner, too?
No.
Alhindri says and just kind of observes him, stares for an awkwardly long time.
All right, as you stare at him and you trudge on towards the house, as it comes into full view, um, there's a soft snow falling down, very gently falling, kind of like a sharp contrast to the aggressive humidity and the musty smell of the swamplands. You get these beautiful white snowflakes falling down, but as soon as they touch the ground, they like soak up with all the muck and the mud, and they turn brown immediately. And through those snowflakes falling, you see the house rise in front of you. You see three entrances, one right here, which looks a little bit like a side entrance of sorts, and it looks as if the roof above has suffered some significant damage. Why can't I? Oh, here we go. Then you see the main entrance over here, and on the far end, you see a carriage house with a large set of double doors.
Oh, there, okay.
Yeah. So what's your approach?
Well, we didn't come here all this way to not enter from the main door, right?
Um, well, there's a door just close by.
Do you want to check out the side entrance first?
I mean, can we see through the windows at all? Anything going on in there?
Well,
Right.
I think we are supposed to see through here. We do see.
Yeah, I mean, I know we have line of sight, but I'm curious to know in more detail.
Yeah, sure.
What's-
You can walk up and peek inside. Are you walking right up to it? Are you sneaking up to it? What is it? What is your approach?
Not a stealthy party. I don't think we're
Yeah.
sneaking, even if we wanted to.
Right. So you're whistling as you move closer, and peek in through the grimy windows. Let me check something real quick.
I mean, Alhindri probably is actually humming to herself quietly as she approaches. Not like a loud whistle. but
So the
like a
windows
calming
are
to nerves kind of
actually
thing.
in pretty bad shape. They're little more than gaping openings in the walls. Just a few shards of glass are left. So easy enough to look inside. The room beyond, or actually the interior of the house in general, seems also to be built of mortared stone. So again, surprisingly decent structural integrity. Although the ceilings, which are 10 feet high, do have some like sagging parts, so it looks like parts of the ceiling are unstable in places, possibly. And this room in particular that you peek into, let me just double check. Yeah. It looks like it was a living room at some point, but even though the walls are still intact, it's pretty clear that the roof above has sustained damage, and the floor of the chamber bears a sizable puddle in which the rotten remnants of a settee still sit.
What?
And
what?
you see the remnants of a settee. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correct.
How's
It's
that
like a
spelled?
I don't know what it is.
Settee. It's like a couch, like a sofa, basically,
Okay.
but a
That's
single
a
single
new one for me.
single seat.
Might be like a satay. I don't know. That's a new one for me too.
Mm.
Well,
It's French.
pronunciation guide says settee, but
Armchair or something like that.
settee. Yeah, I think sounds.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
so.
I
A
don't know.
long upholstered seat for
There's a
multiple
sitter and there's a settee. I don't know.
That's settee. Interesting.
Anyway,
Okay.
so yeah, you see, but the thing that sits in the puddle is clearly ruined. You see like all sorts of little bugs or something crawling all over it. That's what you see through the windows. The side entrance itself is a covered portico, standing at the southern wing of the house, that shades the door. And to either side of the portico stand matching statues of rearing hippocampi upon stone pedestals. A shallow stream of water exits from beneath the door, forming small rivulets that flow off the portico and down to the muddy road nearby.
How beautiful.
Who lives here? Ghosts.
Yes.
Shall we try the door?
I mean, to either try the door or break in. Might as well be polite. We've not been the best at making friends as of late. And if the mayor wants this person dealt with so bad, perhaps there's some redeeming qualities.
Before we go in, can I spend 10 minutes casting?
Yeah, we'll just be standing like creeps.
Just hang out.
outside
Yeah.
the doors for 10 minutes. Just
Well, I mean, the mayor described the mayor described this place as abandoned, right? He said, did he say like anyone lives here? I mean, he said that our man is like hanging out here, but it's not like the Undiomedes are actually still like existing, right?
Yeah, no, they made it clear that it's been abandoned for a long time.
Okay, then in that case, she would take 10 minutes, and hopefully nobody gets scared.
What the
It's that. Oh, right. It's that thing again.
She's calling upon Doggy once again.
Well,
that creature still gives me the creeps. Nice creature. Nice creature.
Only because it improves her speed quite a bit to be on Doggy. Doggy can squeeze through doors, so
There it is.
all right, and
Oops.
thankfully we have more than 6 hit dice.
yeah. You guys don't have to worry about it. It's only why can't I move her token now? Get off of Doggy. Deselect. What do I have to do? Trying to put her
Did I
there.
Did I not activate that module?
Oh, do you have a module that lets you that
Deselect
sticks?
something. Yeah.
I know there's a way to make them like stick together, but
No, not that. But the deselection is actually handled by a module, so that you can click somewhere to deselect instead of having to hit escape. Give me a
well,
second here. Maybe I accidentally turned that off somehow.
if there's any low power creatures around, this will also have the added benefit of terrifying them.
Ah, here we go. We don't need a module for that anymore. Should work now. Okay, so Alhindri summons her dog, and then what?
And then Emaírel tries the door.
Okay, door pops open an inch or so, so it's definitely not locked. But then it's stuck in place, and you're guessing it's because it's all swollen, like the wood is soaked with swamp water. Probably just wedged into the frame.
Mm-hmm.
Are the windows passable?
There you would have to squeeze, and like I said, there are still like some jagged pieces of glass that are left. You could certainly squeeze
I
through.
think we should make
but you
our
would have to be
presence
careful.
unknown and for once
Unknown or known?
known. Sorry, known.
Well, the person here that we're pursuing is part of the same cult. They attacked us
Yes,
on
the
sight.
cult that we attacked.
No. They attacked us on sight.
Yeah, well, we could apologize and try and maybe do a more civil approach. I mean, one way or another, we're gonna. If you're committed to fighting, then might as well do it.
I'm not
Decently.
committing. I'm not committed to fighting. I'm just saying that
I mean, breaking into a stranger's house is committing yourself for violence.
It's not their house, though.
Well,
that's a good
they're
point.
temporary residents.
They are squatters.
Yes.
This is House Undiamede. They are not of Undiamede. We have as much
Okay.
right to be here as them.
Okay, let's do it that way then.
It should be just. It should be disturbing for me that I agree with a crazy person.
Besides, who owns anything anyway?
There you go.
Yeah.
So I
Oh.
guess Emaírel is going to try to squeeze through the window.
Okay.
Like, how small are they for a person to need to squeeze through?
They are. I mean, size category wise, they're small. So I would say they're probably like a foot across, and then 2 feet high, maybe.
Okay.
That is squeezing through. Give me an escape artist or reflex save, whichever is better for you.
Okay. I mean, couldn't he just pluck out the shards that are left there before doing that?
Yeah, like you. You force the last remaining bits of glass out of the frame, like hitting it with a weapon or something with your spear, clearing it out of the way, and of course, that makes a lot of noise. It's basically like smashing some glass as it drops on the on the floor beyond. But yeah, you make it fairly safe for you to squeeze through, and you manage to get inside. The floor, which I forgot to mention, is made from stone as well. It's flagstones here, so fairly solid, like I said. But very wet everywhere. Yeah, you see another door. I think you are able to see it.
Mhm.
And there is a fireplace in the corner, but it's also clearly hasn't been used in a long time. And then there's this settee, which you see is crawling with bugs.
Arronax will also sigh, and he will say like, "Wait, Emaírel, don't go far away alone." And Arronax will try to crawl inside as well. But before that, he will also take another of his prepared extracts, which is now
Okay.
his mainstay bark skin.
All right. Yeah, but now that Emaírel has cleared away all the jagged pieces, it's fairly easy to squeeze through. There's not really a risk of getting caught in anything.
Thanks. Like,
It's just an action to get through.
Just open the door. I suppose none of these windows is large enough for Doggy to get through.
No, neither of these.
Okay. In that case, Alhindri will open the door, I suppose, for Doggy.
Okay.
Lean down off of Doggy's back and push the door open.
Well, try it.
Geier will follow.
That would be a strength check.
Oh,
'Cause
a
like I
strength
said, the door. Yeah, because the door is stuck.
Oh,
Yeah, we,
Swollen.
we tried it and it's just doesn't open all the way.
who failed their strength check to get the door open?
Nobody.
we just didn't.
we
Nobody
already
tried.
Nobody actually did.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try.
It's just Emaírel tried it. Emaírel tried it. It's like, oh, it's stuck. Well, I can easily get through the
I'll
windows.
just climb through the window. Okay. Alhindri will. Let's push on the door. Then. Just straight strength, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's
No
Okay.
way. And she was like, this is really stuck.
I'm going to find another way.
You can come in and then we'll open the other door for Doggy.
Okay.
He just has to wait here for a few minutes.
It's just so difficult to get off of my mount. There we go.
I can help you. Here you go.
Can't get
Yeah.
through.
You're trying to get
Oh,
through.
it's because it's a window. There we
Yeah.
go. There we go. Now it's just you guys.
All right, yeah. So you two also notice the city in the corner, which kind of like makes your skin itch just looking at it, seeing all these bugs
Yeah.
swarm over it.
You keep mentioning it. It makes me suspicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a.
That's
a
the only
tickle-
feature. It's the only feature in the room, really.
It's
Yeah.
a very ticklish looking couch.
It
Maybe.
is.
Alhindri will like poke at one of the cushions.
Oh, you poke it, and there's this puff of dust that comes out, and it's thick dust. It's pretty black dust. Oh, it turns out it's not dust. It's like a cloud of ticks, and there are more ticks. There are more ticks that emerge from the settee, and quickly form a giant tick swarm that starts to like crawl all over the what did you use to poke it?
My finger.
Your finger, yeah. So they start crawling all over
Hmm.
your. Not a pleasant experience. Well, for most people it wouldn't. Alhindri might even think it's kind of curious.
It's neat.
She does.
I mean,
Okay.
it's
Is this like a roll for
Finally,
initiative
somebody-
kind of situation?
Yeah, it's-
Okay.
Finally, somebody took my invitation.
You're welcome, Simon.
Thank you. I like that you said it looks ticklish because it's full of ticks.
Wow, that was a unintended pun. That looks awful. That's an awful picture. I don't know why it's got hooks on the end of its limbs.
So it can hold on to your body better.
God.
Yeah, so it's like I said, it's a huge swarm of ticks, millions of them. At least that's what it feels like,
Great.
and they are just swarming all over Alhindri. They are. What was that? Oh, you don't need to roll initiative. I rolled that for
Oh.
you.
Oh.
It's easier. It's easier for me to just roll it for everyone at once. Yeah. So the swarm gets to act first, which I guess makes kind of sense, and it's going to swarm Alhindri. So it's all over her, and actually Geier, who volunteered to be adjacent to
Yeah,
her.
Next
stepped
to
at
me.
the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, so they swarm both of you, and they get their swarm attack, which means they just do damage. No save, no nothing. Swarm.
No save.
Bam. Well, you do get to make a save soon. Don't worry about it, but not against this. So first, that's 11 points of. Why is it -5? It shouldn't be -5.
What is this?
It's
Broken.
11 points of damage. 4, 2, 2.
I suppose it's because swarms have strength of 0 or something like that.
6, 8, 11. No, it's fine. It's calculating correctly. I don't know why it's. Oh, it says +5, -5. Whatever. It is correct. It's 11 points of damage. And then I will please need a fortitude save from each of you. First.
Okay, so it is. I've got
Wait,
DR.
me too, 42?
Yes, both of you.
So,
If it doesn't go through your DR, no, it does go through your DR.
it does.
Right?
It gets through my DR. Yeah.
Yeah. Then I will need a fortitude save from both of you.
Just need to
No way.
subtract some hit points, and then a fortitude save.
Yeesh.
Saves fortitude.
Okay.
Let's see if this actually works.
Okay.
19.
All right. So, yeah, like I said, Alhindri is probably just kind of fascinated and just looks at her hand and her arm, and waves it around like a ballerina, as it's getting swarmed by ticks. And Geier, you enter the room, you turn around, and all of a sudden, you're covered in ticks. You're being nauseated by this.
Yeah.
Uh,
Frozen, petrified, staring at it in horror.
Yeah, it just makes you sick to your stomach, makes you retch. You're nauseated. I will need a second fortitude save, please, from everyone. Not from everyone, not everyone,
Everyone?
just the ones that are covered in ticks.
Come on.
Man, this thing's got an aura on it too. Okay, more fortitude. Not as good.
16 and 8. Nice. Very nice. That's okay. And now it's at the end of its turn, and they are all. You almost feel like you hear this sound when when like a soda cup is almost empty and you're drawing. You're still pulling on the straw. This kind of sound, as all of the ticks draw blood from you.
Does Geier
That
have any?
is 2 points of Constitution damage
Oh, blame.
for Alhindri, and 2 points for Geier.
Is that
How
any
do I
particular
mark constitution damage?
on
What's
the
that?
attributes page? The
Yeah.
attributes.
Ah,
tab.
there we go. Yeah. 2
Is that any particular kind of like effect or damage or type?
It is just Constitution damage. It doesn't have any particular type. It's not like poison or disease or anything. Just
All right.
they're just
Constitution.
sucking blood, and that's drawing your Constitution down.
Okay, that's not good. That's pretty bad.
Well, I guess fuck stealth
Let
then.
me Give me a quick second here. Dun.
Does that change your hit points? Should change the hit points, right?
Yes.
Oh yes, it did. It adjusted my hit points. Lovely.
Okay. That was it. The tick swarm's turn. And now it's Arronax.
Well, I guess now it's too late to consider stealth, so I'll just burn them. I will exclude Alhindri and Geier from the blast of my bombs and just try to remember how area attacks interact with swarms.
Pretty well. So I think they take half again as much damage from the area attacks.
Yeah. I will use one bomb for this one for this point.
So, but then I think what it does is they get a reflex save and then they take 1.5 times the splash damage. I think that's is that because that's the area effect, right? The other
Yes.
thing is
Well, or if you want to consider it, then the splash damage is more like an area effect, which is my minimal damage.
yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
So I mean the direct hit is not really an area effect, but the splash damage is.
Yeah.
But with large creatures, I mean, it's not like they take both of that damage, right? How does that interact with large creatures, the splash damage? Do you know?
No. I mean,
Off the top of my head, I didn't think it interacted at all, but
Yeah, right. So if you hit a large creature, it gets the direct hit, and anybody around the large creature would get splash damage. But it's just kind of weird because if you hit a 5-foot creature, then the splash damage is all around that 5-foot square. And if you hit a 10-feet creature, then is the splash damage all around the 10-foot? Do you see what I mean? Which, if you scale it all the way up, you would have pretty devastating effects with a gargantuan creature.
no, I don't think it works like that really. And I mean, it's.
I think what we would do is you would pick and this is not just because this is a swarm, but in general for large creatures, you choose one of its squares.
Yeah, I think
That
so.
square takes a direct hit, and any other creature in the adjacency would take splash damage, but not the same creature again.
Mm.
Does that make sense?
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, either way,
Okay.
yeah. We don't take splash damage, and well,
Right.
if it doesn't, well, fuck it, I guess. It will take at
Yeah.
least 20,
So it takes it gets 20 points.
and it is on fire.
And it catches on fire. No save for that?
Yes, there is no save.
Yes, no save.
Yes.
Okay. And at the end of its turn, it takes it takes 1d4 points, 1d6 points at the end of its turn. Is that how that works?
Yes.
Or does it just take the one time? No. Okay.
Uh,
All right. Movement from the doctor. Or is that it?
Well, I think I will back away a little bit, and
Back
that would be it.
Okay. Geier, you're covered in ticks. Feeling nauseated. Alejandro?
Sorry, I just realized I was muted because I had food in my mouth. Sorry. Can I cast Acid Splash on myself?
You are nauseated, so you can only take a move action because
Oh,
you take the
right.
rest of your round to retch and dry
Yeah.
heat.
So I'll take a move action to get as far away as I can from that cursed French couch.
Yes.
Maybe out the door. Is the door locked?
It's stuck.
It's stuck again.
Okay.
I mean, it
So-
was never unstuck.
Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
it was never opened.
Uh,
The bad news is that they are clinging to you. So at the end of your turn, swarm damage at the end of its turn. Yeah, so you're once again going to take damage as all of the ticks on you continue to bite. And that is 9 points of damage.
9 points regular damage?
Regular damage. And that's that. And then we have. No, I think that's. No, that is the damage. Yeah, that's really rough. 4 points of Constitution damage.
Shit.
4 points con?
I don't have so much less restorations.
Alhindri.
Wait, do I not get another save to see if I'm still nauseated?
No, because the nausea stops. It's automatic. It's just 1 round.
Oh, right, okay.
Just not that this matters tremendously right now, but is there some way I can actually see what my initiative roll was?
You can't see the combat tracker, right?
I can see the combat. I mean, I can see the final result. I mean, the actual die roll.
Well,
You
that's
just scroll up and it's there.
It is in the.
and it's 14 minus 6, so 8.
1 second.
Yeah, we see it. You rolled 8 plus 6.
I rolled 8. Okay. Okay, I was just trying to make sure all my bonuses are applying correctly. Okay, I will. I'm staggered, so I guess I'm just going to move. Get away from the tick swarm.
Is it staggered or nauseated?
I am staggered because of my powerless prophecy.
Oh, okay.
Cursed.
Oh, yes. First.
Yeah, she's very.
You're like a multi-class of summoner.
You can get a surprise round off, then it's good. But yeah, but she's real mixed up there. She's real mixed up. But she basically, like, there's a long delay as she's like looking at her arm as these things are crawling all over it, and like I imagine that there's like, this is so gross, but probably dozens of little tick bodies all inflating as they suck the blood off of her.
Yeah.
And she just looks at all of them and she's like, look, blood. And then she
pops some of them.
Yeah, she pops some of them and probably
It's like bubble wrap.
Yeah.
She'll step away, I guess.
As long as
she's
she's
going to step. Where's Doggy when you need him? This is exactly why I wanted Doggy here. She can just move out of the swarm, right? They don't take opportunity attacks.
Yeah, they can't. No,
they can't. Okay, so she's gonna go the opposite direction of everyone else. She's gonna step over here into the corner.
Okay, well.
You cut out?
You're staggered. Okay, so you don't have an action to actually brush them off, and you're way too fascinated by them anyway. So you take 10 points of damage.
Also reduced.
And also 4 points of Constitution damage as you watch them drain.
That's incredibly bad.
Yeah.
From you.
Yeah. She is rapidly going to die here.
Yeah, yeah, I think it was.
Emarél, your turn.
Ah, yeah, I guess a swarm we can't really see how much alive it is or not. Um, well, Emarél doesn't really have any bombay weapons to hit this thing. What could he do?
Hmm?
I'm just checking quickly. Where is it? Not here. There. I'm just looking for. Just give me a second, please.
Sure. Yeah, the con damage is definitely.
Alhindri might
Change.
literally die.
Yeah, yeah.
She might actually die right now.
I think.
I think everyone might. I don't think anyone is a high con character here.
Well,
Well, Arronax is
sort of. But
mutable.
Yeah, I think I should have used more bombs in the first round.
It continues to read barely injured until it's under half its hit points, right?
Yeah, but we're not seeing its. Or are we?
What do you mean?
The hit points on the swarm.
No, you're not going to see the hit
No,
points.
we're just seeing barely. We're just seeing barely injured. I'm just trying to figure out like, did the bomb actually only like tick a little bit off of it, or is it like how far
Well,
down?
it's
is
hard
it
to
actually?
tell. Like a single bomb,
Yeah.
you just don't know if
Right.
it makes that much of a difference.
Yeah.
I think this sort of approach with like injured, barely injured, and that stuff actually is a better way to represent what your character.
No, I really like it.
be able
I
to
really
tell.
like it. I just wish that barely injured flipped over to like injured sooner. That's all. Because barely injured, if it's like barely injured all the way to half of your hit points, that's
Oh no,
Not a-
that's not what's going to happen. It's probably pretty close to injured. Yeah.
okay. Because
Maybe we'll
mine
see.
mine also says I'm barely injured, but that is not the case.
Did it
I
not
have
dispatch?
horrendous.
No, it does reduce your maximum hit
Yeah,
points.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It
Well,
thinks that since my hit point maximum is so low that I've
Oh,
really
right,
hardly
yeah.
taken any damage.
No, you're good. You're good. You're at 100%. You have all of your hit point.
It's like, oh, well, you're only a few down from your max, so you're
2 out of 3.
So can he try to identify the thing?
Sure. Yeah, sure. Knowledge nature.
Nature is the one that Emarél does not know nothing about.
Well, then you probably hate these things.
Yes. Well, he did see that fire did something to them, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So he's going to, and I assume that he knows that swarms don't really take damage from weapons, right?
Yeah, I mean you wouldn't even know where to stab or poke.
Well, he's going to spend 1 point of mental focus to make his spear flaming.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a standard action.
Okay.
And let me take that off. And I think he's going to use to make use of one. Spend one mythic power. What was the extra option that we got? We have the option to spend one mythic power to get one standard action, right?
Yes, I believe so.
And that's what he gonna do.
Okay.
Is that
and
for
then-
everyone, or is that because of your tier?
Yeah, I think it's tier 2.
Okay, okay.
And he's
So that's a new one for me. I don't remember that.
So, well, he's going to use the standard action to stab the thing. To attempt to stab the thing.
Well, I mean, you probably just will look more like you're waving your spear around because now that it's flaming, you'll
Yeah, I
probably
guess.
just try to immolate them instead of because there's so many ticks and they're so small that you like thrusting in there doesn't really seem like it's gonna make a difference.
Okay. With a +1 to attack, +1 to damage. And he misses miserably.
Bad.
Well, this
Okay.
is not gonna
Yes. Horrible. Horrible. Natural one. Okay. Then it's the swarm's turn, and first they'll take the fire damage from earlier because they are on fire. And I'm gonna rule that they take half again as much damage because this is essentially an area attack, in spirit at least. So they take a little bit of that. They're gonna stay on fire, I assume,
yes, and
until it's extinguished. Yeah, they are not smart enough to extinguish themselves, but they are terrified and they spreading out and they are actually moving
yeah,
on top of all three of you because the swarm can change its shape. It just has to stay contiguous. So it's going to be on top of all three of you. Let me see if I can actually.
This is why Alhindri ran the other way.
I'm just going to see if I can change the. Yeah, I can. It looks like so. That would be a width of 1 and a height of 3.
Woo!
Okay.
That's fun.
Interesting. I guess it's trying to keep the aspect ratio of the
Yeah,
token.
It'll keep the token to the smallest dimension. So
I
you have a
see.
width of 1, so it won't exceed 1.
Okay. Well, we're just gonna have to remember that it's on top of all three of you. Ew.
You could
Well,
just
of course
you
that
could just
means that all three of you get attacks of opportunity. At least Emaírel might want to take that.
Yep.
you could just make 3 1-by-1 tokens that fill those spaces.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
this is not fun at all. Well, I mean, it's somewhat
This is
fun, but
cursed.
I mean, it is funny, but it's not fun.
And then the tick swarm
Oh
killed
man.
the
Yeah.
the
great
intrepid
one.
party.
Yeah, after they were just bragging about killing the entire town, they were put low
They were not a hardy bunch.
a couple of ticks.
A couple?
Yeah, well, a couple more. All right, so you miss, and then the tick swarm is all over you, and you all take some damage. 14 points of damage, and I will need fortitude saves from all three of you.
To spend
Finally, a good roll.
a point of mental focus and then immediate action to get a bonus on the save.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point. I should check what my new mythic abilities are. I set them up a couple
So
weeks
what's
ago.
the
I've
bonus you're
completely
getting?
Forgotten.
Health level 4
Okay.
Actually, I think I will spend one of my mythic surges to also add.
Okay.
Although I'm not sure it will help me.
Yeah, the 4 is included in the roll there.
Okay. So we have 18 Geier, 17 Arronax, 18 Emaírel. Yes?
Yep.
Okay. All three of you are nauseated
Yay.
by the swarming ticks. I will also need fortitude saves from the doctor and Emaírel.
Okay.
And Emaírel would like to add the surge to that.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I think I will do so as well. Wait, can I do so?
Because you already used the surge in this round, you mean?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, Emaírel is at 21, and Doctor is still checking. Surge. It's an immediate action. How many
Oh, it's
immediate
an
actions can you take?
No, just
One immediate action per round.
Okay, and the amazing initiative thing is
That's a
a
passive.
free action. And the other thing you did to get your
That was immediate.
that was immediate.
Yeah.
So no search for you.
Surge.
Bummer.
Surge. Surge.
Okay. Wow, I did not expect those things to be so much fun.
We're gonna get
It's-
TPK'd by
Yeah,
I know
it
what
takes
you're-
more. So that's 3
You're
points
welcome,
of
Simon.
Constitution. 3 points of Constitution damage for Arronax, 1 point for Emaírel, and 1 point for Geier.
And it's damage, right? Not
Damage.
drain. Okay. Well, that means we're not really at risk of death from that.
Uh,
I think
Well,
with
if it
damage,
renders
with
all of us
Constitution damage, you can
unconscious.
die.
Wait, I'm sorry. What? If
if we fall unconscious, we die.
yeah, it will eat us. So yeah, that.
you don't.
So
You-
No,
Simon,
Constitution is the one exception. I
Yeah.
think if
Con
you get
damage. Con damage is death.
enough. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was
Very
only
sure.
drain. Okay.
The other damages. The other ability scores, if they get damaged, you just go unconscious and then you take time to recover. But for con specifically, it's death. Let me double check that even as I'm saying it, but I'm pretty sure that is whatever.
It might become
Yeah,
important.
for no particular reason.
And actually, I think we're wrong.
so Simon,
here it
Ability
is.
score damage.
A character with a Constitution score of 0 is dead. But
Damage to
yes. So Simon, I would assume that Arronax actually failed his fortitude save at least once from this ordeal, right?
mhm.
Okay,
Why?
so that means I will have now to make a DC 25 will save.
Here it is. If the damage to your Constitution is equal to or greater than your Constitution score, you die.
Oh shit! That's not a
Where
big
did you
pool.
find that?
Yeah, and the thing is,
Where did you find that?
That's
Oh,
under
there it is. Yeah,
ability
yeah, yeah,
score
yep,
damage. It's not under the
Got it.
description of Constitution, which it
Yeah.
should be, but it's up earlier in the
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
paragraph.
Right.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Someone's
Because also
gonna
in the
die.
section on ability score damage, they talk about what happens when your score is 0, even though ability score damage specifically does not reduce your score. That's ability drain. And it's a giant mess. And why are we still playing Pathfinder 1?
yeah,
Only because we've started carrying crown.
All right.
So yeah,
So, like I said, it's 1 point. Okay, and what was that about having to take another save?
because I am a master chemist, and if he fails a fortitude save, he needs to make a DC 25 will save for involuntary transformation.
Okay.
And I
So,
have
go
will,
ahead.
yeah, will +3, so I actually can't make it unless I spend surge points.
Well, you can still roll a 20.
Well, let's try.
Oh, great.
Oh no.
So
Oh no, this is awful.
yep. So and you say I am nauseated, right?
Yes. So what happens?
Well, on my next turn, I must use the standard action to change into my mutagenic form, and I can't, I think, right?
It is your turn now.
Yes. If I'm
It
nauseated,
is your turn now.
yes, it is. Well, it is my turn now.
I mean, it's not voluntary. So I would say that even though you're nauseated, you can do it. It's just going to consume your action for this turn.
I suppose so. So yes, I suppose that's what happens. I will, at least I will choose my Constitution mutagen form.
Oh dear.
So yeah, that's
All
not
right.
good.
So even though you're like heaving and retching, you're still turning into. Does the other shape actually have a name? I don't think so, right?
His
Yeah,
well,
we
his
have no
name is
for it.
Arronax, and the doctor is Aroden.
Okay.
It's other Nax.
Other Nax. Okay. All the while, the ticks are happily munching away. Geier, you're all still covered in ticks.
And I have to move away, but there's nowhere to move, right? Oh, well,
There's
here.
plenty to move.
You're still nauseated too.
Yeah.
Get him off me! Get him off me! Get him off me!
Don't draw them to me.
Well, that's the only place I can run.
Okay, so a good thing is, once again, this causes a d6 of damage. Oh, why does this keep subtracting 1? Your strategy is working out. But
Just run through the
it's
swarm.
just at the end of his
Don't go down.
turn, and
How many damage?
Oh.
15 points of damage and 1 point of Constitution damage.
Me?
Yes,
Yeah, you.
as the
Oh no.
and
Okay, no, I'm still good. I'm still good. 15 points. Oh shit!
Alhindri.
No.
Yeah, it's getting real bad. This is getting real bad.
I'm down.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking.
I completely forgot to notice that the Constitution lowers my
Yeah.
maximum HP. Forgot about that little detail.
We
God, are we gonna?
needed-
No, we can't. We can't.
we needed the doctor to bomb the shit out of them this round, and he couldn't because he had to transform. He's the like I don't even know.
He's nauseated.
He's
And he's nauseated.
Uh,
Alhindri, it's your turn.
oh my god, I didn't even know because these things are what fine or diminutive, so they're immune to weapon damage. I don't even know if
They are.
Jesus Christ, this is really bad. And Alhindri she still has a swarm. She still has them on her, right? She has to spend an
Yes,
action
you
to get
can
them off.
Spend a standard action to get all of them off.
Oh wait,
Full round, actually. It's a full round action. to get them off.
No, are you
Yeah.
serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Oh well, then I think this is a TPK.
yeah, wait
This
a
can't be.
Unless you can get out the freaking window, someone can survive. All right, she's got to spend the full round just getting the ticks off.
Okay, that's a reflex save.
And it's a save to do it?
Yeah.
No. Oh
yeah.
shit. Wait, hold on.
I'm serious.
No, hold on. If it's actually a save,
I think we
Then-
spoke about this the other time. It was on an enemy, and we did find it rather patient that you have to spend the action, and on top of that, you might fail it.
yeah, that is Okay. She does not have the spells to deal with this particular kind of situation. Um,
And you guys don't
I
even know
can
the DC yet.
I can burn a mythic. I can burn a mythic, right? To roll an extra. What is it? D6. And
Yeah,
and
that's
add
a
it to the
surge.
reflex save.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So that was
Um.
I forgot to subtract my damage from the swarm. That was 14, right?
Just look and check the chat. I'm sure you'll see it. It's
Is
for the 46 roll.
Yeah, I see it.
I don't have anything to deal damage. I mean, I could. Can you deal damage to the ones that are on you, or is it just you have to if you
You
want to get them off? You
can,
gotta.
you can, but not weapon damage. It has to be an area effect, and it needs to be at least 10 points.
Well, I've got my void touch, which is not weapon damage. I don't believe.
Okay.
But I do need to land an unarmed strike against them first, which I'm not confident I'll be able to do. And 10 points of damage, huh? Let me see.
I would say that since they're all over you and they are attached to you, so I think you can automatically succeed on your touch attack. I think that's fair.
Wait. Actually, hang on. Let me make sure this will actually deal them damage and not just give them negative levels. Negative levels. If an attack that includes. No, this is useless. Because it would still be an unarmed strike, which is I assume. I don't know if that counts as weapon damage or not, but it's not going to be 10 points worth of damage.
What
I
about
would
your
gain-
dog? You could call for your dog.
A dog can't get in the room right now.
Well, he might be actually strong enough to bring down the door.
I don't know. He can make attacks in combat. I don't know. The Phantom Steed the Phantom Steed spell normally it's a little. I don't know if you'd treat that like a normal normal summon that you can just have do whatever. But
Oh, that's a phantom steed. Okay.
it's a Phantom Steed with extra stuff. Basically, is what the spell is.
Okay.
It's a Phantom Steed with a fear aura and an attack that it can make. So I don't know how you would rule all of that, but I think I really, really hate to say this because I feel like this is going to be death no matter what, but
Goonies never say die.
Where did that come from?
this is a swarm, right? And they're on the ground.
Yeah.
Can they climb?
Oh, yeah, it is a swarm of ticks.
Yeah, I guess. I need to not let them be able to get me. If I spend a full round action, I can get them all off of me. But then if they come on over here, it's probably death for me and Geier.
But I mean, right now they have plenty of food over there, so.
Yeah, sure.
And Gaia is down and dying.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I don't know if this. Okay, fine.
Just saying.
I'm going to, in that case, spend a full round action ridding myself of ticks. And hope for the best.
Okay. Reflex
Because
save.
no matter what I do, I've got to get them off me. If I do it now or next round, I've still got to
Yeah,
get
and
them
if you
off of me, and still got to pass the reflex save. Okay. So I got to do this no matter what. I am
Yeah.
not good at reflex. Hold on, where am I? Wait, where's my reflex? Actually, no, I'm very, very good at reflex saves. I'm pretty good. I'm decent. All right, let's see. I might add a d6 to this one. I'm gonna go ahead and say no. I don't need to add a d6 to this
And
one.
the DC.
If I fail,
the
then
DC was 24. No, it was 20. So you made it. You cleared it. You shake off the ticks. You pick them out one by one and like flick them away.
oh my
And
god,
yeah,
this is
you're
awful.
you're in the clear for now.
That's not what I would. That's not how I would describe the situation. But sure.
Emaṛel, I believe you're nauseated.
Yep, so that means move action only. 6 points of damage.
Or the swarm when you move away.
Oh, if I move away from the swarm.
Yeah, I assumed you
Swarm.
were.
Yeah, well, I guess we've seen it work, so I guess maybe as well.
Don't bring it over here. What are you doing?
Okay, and that means 16 points of damage for you. And two points of constitution damage. And then it's the tick swarm's turn, which is still on fire, so Karnas, roll a d6.
And yet, no.
It can change its shape still. It can still get. God, it can still get 2 people. It can get 3 depending on how evil Simon is.
Okay, it is injured.
Okay, thank goodness. Oh,
Yeah. So tides are
Just tell me
beginning to
it's-
turn.
Oh,
then
just tell me it's not
turn-
recovering hit points.
No. Yeah, it's regenerating, right.
Drinks.
And then it is swarming over here. Because it's not going to leave the doctor. It has to stay continuous. Does a diagonal count as continuous?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does for everything else.
That's true. Okay, so yeah, Emaṛel is following you. Fortitude saves from Doctor and Emaṛel.
What did I roll? No, I didn't roll anything. Oh, there we go.
Good job. So it's 18 points of damage for each of you.
Oh shit!
And
Emaṛel, you're right there.
Who was that for? Dare I
four for Emaṛel and 1 for the doctor.
What's even the point of 42 saves 26
Emaṛel,
doesn't beat it?
down.
No, that's the distraction ability. So that you're not nauseated,
Okay.
but you still take the blood drain.
Uh,
There's no save against the blood drain. They're gonna drink blood. You can't help that.
yeah. It's,
I think. Oh! We forgot about one thing. Yeah, Geier should be stabilized because we have the mythic
yes.
thingy.
Yes.
Tak.
Yeah. I was
Wow,
about to say
Assuming the con damage didn't kill him, then he's just stable. Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Well, it was the con damage that. I know it wasn't the con damage that took me down.
Wait, but Emaṛel is at negative 14 now.
Yeah, that's his con score.
So, but doesn't that mean you're dead?
I think
Wait.
so.
How much con damage have you? Oh no, what's your con damage?
7 points of con damage.
Oh no, you're not dead.
So no, but that means you take 2 times. No, wait.
No,
7
He's
points.
also stable,
Yeah, he's stable.
right? Isn't he? 'Cause-
He's mythic. He doesn't die like that.
yeah, hard to kill.
We need to check that because I'm not sure it works that way.
Hard to kill.
You don't die until your total number of negative hit points is equal to or greater than double your Constitution score. So yeah,
Okay.
you're definitely not gonna die right now.
Right, and when you're below 0 hit points, you automatically stabilize without needing to attempt a Constitution
Yeah.
check.
Yeah.
Okay, but
So looks like you're really turning this around, guys.
Yeah.
Um,
So basically
that's-
now it's my turn and I'm not nauseated, right?
you are not nauseated. It's your turn.
Yeah. Okay.
This is it.
Yeah.
If you can't do it now,
Yeah. Wait a second. I mean, 1 point of Constitution damage, right?
Yeah,
That's
and you go down.
Doctor's dead.
Yeah. No, I don't go down just yet. It just it's away all my alchemical bonus. But now I have my full attack, and I will of course use as a swift action my deadly throw ability. So I will use 3 bombs on this thing.
Are you gonna step away first from
Maybe.
the main swarm?
Yeah.
Because that'll also do a d6 of damage.
Yeah.
This is really mean that it does a d6 every time. It's really underpowered, this creature. Like,
Yeah. You say funny jokes, Simon. So,
keep rolling 6s on that.
yeah.
Okay, so
So yeah. First, I will make my
I know
full
you-
attack.
you're not laughing.
Yeah.
Shoot. How many bombs are you gonna get?
That's
Whoa.
All of them.
yeah. I will use all the bombs.
All of the bombs.
Just empties his bag full of bombs.
Yeah.
All
That's
right, 26 is a hit.
Mhm.
26 is a hit for 28 points of damage for the first one. And still gonna treat it as one big creature. I think that everything else doesn't really make sense. Then the second bomb hits for 26 points of damage. Is that it?
Aren't you applying times and a half?
well, not yet.
Not for the bomb damage, right? Because it's not
And,
an area effect; it's a direct hit.
Yeah. Well, if that's not enough, then I use my mythic power. Okay, features.
Use your mythic ability to get another standard.
No, I use my deadly throw. My trickster
What
attack.
is that again?
As a swift action, you can expend one use of your mythic power to draw a thrown weapon or a chemical item and make a ranged attack with it. It doesn't provoke, blah blah
Okay.
blah. When making a deadly throw, roll twice for attack, take higher result, and add my tier to the roll.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, I think I will use another one then.
17 is
Well,
touch attack, right?
Yes, it probably will hit, but well, this might hit better.
It actually won't. It has touch 20. I don't know why, but or how that works, but that is a hit.
Yeah.
So that's 21 points of damage. All right. So the doctor crawls out from the pile of ticks and is like he's against his will. Like he lost control. He's turned into this Arronax persona, and he just starts throwing bombs left and right and left and right, and it's just ticks flying everywhere. And it's just this barrage of bombs. Alhindri, for a moment there, you feel like maybe the doctor even forgot to
Exclude
make sure
everyone.
that Emarél doesn't get blasted by that. And it's like the entire room explodes, and then the dust settles, and the doctor sits there on the floor on the far side of the room, just panting. And the tick swarm gets another turn. No, it's dead.
Yeah.
Is the did the splash damage kill the ticks that were on him?
Probably.
Yeah, that would definitely take care of that.
So we'll be fine.
Well, Emarél and Geier, you're perfectly stable, and Doctor is covered in roasted ticks.
Yeah.
Alhindri has brushed off all of hers.
We're not gonna
Probably still humming, still
Okay.
enjoying
No,
all of this.
she's gone like pale white, partially from shock and fear, and partially from blood loss.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, that's fun. I I should
I'm
have.
just gonna say
You
it.
just
Ticks
kind of
suck.
steamroll all of the important like story NPCs with class levels and all.
Yeah, like this was actual the Whispering Tyrant himself, right?